This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai. Check out the Southtown Hyundai Advantage at southtownhyundai.ca.
It's time for Overrated, Underrated with Ryder and Lisa.
Cherry tomatoes. Overrated.
Overrated.
Ew. The way you
What?
bite down and it feels like there's like a murder scene in your mouth. Who's into that? It's disgusting.
All right. I do like cutting them in half first.
No. Nothing about them is good.
Really?
Well, tomatoes in general gross me out. Listen, I love tomato sauce. I love ketchup. But tomatoes in their true form can go away.
How about like a toast with a little bit of mayo and sliced tomatoes? Or even sliced tomatoes with like salt and pepper on them.
Well, get the guts out first.
Really?
Yeah, it's the guts that bug me. So
That's
I'm going to
lame.
go with cherry tomatoes more specifically.
Yeah.
Overrated.
No, I'm not going to agree with that.
Ugh.
I think they're pretty awesome. And they come from a garden, and that has something to do with my overrated, underrated today. Underrated. Having a friend with a garden. Like having your own garden, a lot of work. Is the payoff there for the price you pay for seeds? For the price you pay for like the good soil, fertilizer? No, it's not worth it. Having a friend with a garden, however, awesome. Yeah, I'll take some veggies off you.
I'm going to disagree because guess what? Guess who comes knocking at your door unannounced when they have 20 extra zucchini? I don't want it. And I also don't want your extra cherry tomatoes.
Okay, rude. If I was your friend with a garden, guess who wouldn't be coming knocking for quite some time?
I'm just eating bagels lately anyway.
On Play 107.
We're famous.
Well, no, we're not.
Something was posted on Edmonton Reddit that wasn't just a picture of the Walter Dale Bridge.
Don't.
What?
We've gotten in trouble for this comment before.
I know, it's just that there are a lot of pictures of that beautiful bridge that end up on Reddit. But this one was an old K-Days broadcast from 1960. And there are two radio hosts that are doing like play-by-play, I suppose, from a rooftop for the parade. And somebody posted the picture, and it's pretty funny. The guy doesn't have a shirt on for some reason while broadcasting live. I get it. I don't have one on right now. But the top comment on Reddit is, you're telling me that's not Ryder and Lisa?
It does look like us. It's crazy.
And it really does look like both of us.
We are their doppelgangers.
It's strange.
We're here 60 years later or whatever it is.
Yeah, 61 years later. So they would have been like, probably 30 in the picture.
Yeah.
So they'd be 90 now. I don't know who the broadcasters are. We're trying to do a little digging and find out to see if they're still around. But it's pretty interesting to see how many similarities there are with that guy and me, including he's bald.
Yeah. And he's hogging the mic.
The way he stands, he's holding the mic or hogging the mic.
Just kidding.
And there's a lot of similarities with the woman and you.
Yeah, because I'm kind of standing behind him. I like that I'm pretending it is me, holding my notes, looking like I'm having a panic attack and saying, you just do all the talking. You just do it all.
Awesome.
But it's us.
Yeah, it's pretty strange. You can see it on all of our social medias. We've screenshot if you'd like to go and have a peek.
And if you have family in radio or you have somebody that was around in the 60s that was listening to local radio, can you help us figure out who these people are? Because that would be so wonderful to know.
Yeah, one of the big differences between then and now is now if I was like, hey, bosses, I want to broadcast live from the roof for the parade, they'd be like, oh, we can't do that.
Topless, too. Can I do it without a shirt?
They'd be like, put a damn shirt on.
Well, we won another medal, us here in Edmonton.
Kelsey Mitchell from Sherwood Park. Is that what you're talking about? Oh, another one.
Yeah.
No, but the games are done.
I know. I'm talking about something else.
Oh, okay.
For 12 years in a row, there has been a contest to raise awareness for the importance of restroom hygiene. So there is an Edmonton washroom that has made it. We are
the champion?
Canada's best restroom.
Oh, what?
I know. So the Borden Park Pavilion restroom was announced Canada's top restroom. It's just so exciting for us. Looking
Yeah.
through these pictures, and the sinks are flawless.
Really?
I want to go hang out in there.
Well, I know we've won this before. I remember talking about it years ago. There was a gas station in Spruce Grove or something that ended up taking the top prize.
Yeah, it's quite sleek.
Lac La Biche won a couple years ago, so that's not too far away. I made a road trip to take a dump up there.
Oh,
And
that's nice.
what? Well, that's what you're supposed to do, right? It's
Yeah,
like-
I guess so.
If you get a chance to like meet an Olympic medalist and hold the medal, why wouldn't you go to Canada's best public bathroom and use it?
Hands-free elements, a stainless steel sink.
Nice.
It's the cleanest. It's the most visual appealing. It's innovative. It's got good functionality, and it's got a unique design.
You said the Borden Park Pavilion?
Yeah, where is that? How far is it? Should I go this morning? Borden Park.
You're going to go broadcast live.
Yeah,
from
should
the
I go check it out?
Crapper? Yeah, sure. Not too far, actually.
I should go.
Yeah.
Will they be open, or do they lock the door before a certain time?
Well, I would
How
imagine
do these public parks work?
Now that they're world renowned.
Now that there's going to be a lineup.
Yeah, there'll be a bouncer there.
It's a 15-minute drive from here.
I think there's a cover charge now, too.
No,
Yeah.
there's security guards. Let's get a vote on the text line. If enough people are like, yeah, Lisa, go. We want to see what it looks like in
Go
there.
give this bad boy a test run.
I'll take it.
Take her
for a ride.
Yeah, all right. All right, this is exciting. Australian researchers have discovered a potentially life-saving treatment for heart attacks. But it came from a very unlikely source, the venom of one of the world's deadliest spiders. So the good news is they can fix the heart attack. The bad news is you're going to die from the venom. What? Oh, no, it doesn't say that.
Tell me something good.
My story today is about the power of the internet, social media. A man named Lance William Swift enlisted at the onset of World War I back in 1914. Now, he obviously passed away, and he had all of these letters written to his family and his loved ones. More than a century later, there was a school teacher that found these letters underneath the floorboards of her house.
Okay.
Okay. She puts them in the hands of a historian, and they just could not find these family members. So after months of trying to figure this out with other historians, they were like, let's just post it on Facebook, see what happens. In under 4 hours, they found family members.
Really?
4 hours. That's all it took with thousands of shares on Facebook. So do not underestimate the power of social media.
Tell me something good. The Situational 7 at 7. What's it gonna be today, Ryder and Lisa?
What is the best situational reason to get dressed up fancy? That's what we're doing today.
You just got to text in with your suggestion. What is the number one answer in your mind? And we'll compile the top 7 answers.
We have some honorable mentions to get to first before we start counting them down, including a funeral of someone you dislike.
No, that's not in our honorable mentions.
It's in mine.
Okay.
We've got your first big night out after a pandemic.
Yep.
That I'm surprised that actually didn't crack our top 7.
Yeah, I've been planning that outfit for months, but now all of a sudden I'm like, oh, it doesn't fit.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's why it didn't make the top 7. We've got anniversaries.
Ooh, that is so special.
Date night, you want to look your best so you can disappoint them in your nicest outfit.
I was going to say, I don't know if I've actually made it much further than the year, so I'm just kidding.
And family photos also made our situational 7 at 7 for the best situational reasons to get dressed up. You ready to start counting down our top 7?
Yep, we already have suggestions rolling in on the text line, so thank you to everybody that contributes. So what are we thinking for the 7th slot?
The work Christmas party.
Ooh, yes.
Quite often in a lot of industries, people don't see you when you're dressed up.
No.
Like, I would say most industries.
And I bet it's kind of underwhelming when you do work in a place where you're dressed up every single day, because then
Yeah.
it's just like another day.
True.
Whereas
But you got a silly tie on.
for us in the radio industry, like we're wearing sweatpants to work most days.
If that.
So being able to find a nice dress for one night out with coworkers to have a couple wobbly pops, it's the best.
The top 7 situational reasons to get dressed up. Number 6, knowing you're going to see your ex.
Iconic.
Yeah, you came up with this suggestion.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I know that they're going to be at this bar tonight or this event or this other person that we know's wedding.
And this is
you
like,
want to look good.
not somebody you want back, but you want to see the regret in their face, right?
You just want to feel confident
Yeah.
in that moment.
And number 5, we have Saturday night without the kids. For you parents, thank you for that suggestion at 780-784-7107.
You put probably more time into getting ready than the amount of time that you go out, because it takes you a couple hours, and then once you're out, you're like, well, I'm exhausted. I need to go home to bed at 9.
What do you mean it's 7:30 already? We have another honorable mention to add to the list. Deciding what you're going to pack before a vacation.
Ooh, yeah, only the goods.
And you dress up in a bunch of outfits and then pick the winners, right?
Or you buy new outfits and they still have the tags on them and they go straight in the suitcase. Oh, so good.
All right. Number 4, first night out after a breakup.
Yes, we got a lot of those suggestions on the text line, so we've all been there.
And usually it's with your crew that feels really bad about the breakup and are like, come on, we're getting dressed up and we're going out.
Wipe your tears.
Yeah.
Let's do this. And then you get really drunk and then you cry again at the bar.
Right. You're just crying in a different room in fancier clothes.
You're crying all over your fancy dress or suit.
Number 3 this is a great one. First night out in Vegas.
Ooh, because you can be whoever you want in Vegas. Nobody knows who you are. Same thing with Hollywood. You go to LA.
Ridiculous hat.
Wear
Check.
whatever the heck you want.
Yeah, just be you. Awesome.
But or don't be you.
Right.
Be someone else.
Be the guy who wears a snake skin hat.
Yeah.
Even though you've never done that before.
Oh, I like that one a lot.
All right. Number 3 is a first date you're excited for.
Maybe you've been waiting months to get this person to go out with you. What are you going to wear? Whatever it is, it's going to have pit stains.
And number 1 for the best situational reasons to dress up. I think we all know what this one is, right?
Was that number 2? We've already done number 2?
Yeah, number 2 was the first day you're excited
Oh, okay,
for.
okay.
Number 1 is your funeral.
No, not your funeral.
Oh.
What was the actual answer?
Wedding.
Your
sorry.
wedding. Or someone else's wedding. So fun.
Funeral should have made the list.
No, they shouldn't have.
I guess, yeah, you don't really get dressed up. Someone else dresses you up, but you want to look good is what I'm saying.
You should be able to pick the outfit that you're going to wear. True.
Play 107.
All right, what's your band name? You can tell by telling us the color of your underwear and the last thing you ate.
Now, you see these memes on Facebook all the time, and the first thing you think is, this is so childish and lame. Mm-hmm. And then you walk away thinking of your answer, and you're like, oh, that would be a good one. I should go back and comment.
Honestly, I posted this on Facebook, and man, we got some great answers rolling in.
I can't believe how many of our listeners don't wear underwear.
Yeah.
There's a lot of commando oatmeals.
I like Christina's. It was cherries. That's all. No color.
Yes.
Pink cannolis. I'm having a rough time getting my head wrapped around that one. If that's a cool band name, it kind of weirds me out for some reason. Lornal wrote flesh meatballs.
No.
And I don't know if flesh is the color of the undies. Is that what you would
you
call?
go with beige. Beige meatballs.
Well, flesh meatballs. That would be a metal band for sure.
I don't think I like Samantha's band name, Gray McMuffin. It's not actually that bad.
Yeah.
If you say it out loud.
Commando cucumber from Dawn. Thank you for that.
Dawn, you're eating cucumbers for breakfast? I'm worried about you.
All right. Hey, who's this?
James.
James, what would your band name be?
Blue Swedish Fish.
Yeah, that's good. Thanks for the call, man. Appreciate it.
Swedish fish is like what? I'm more fascinated with what people eat for breakfast. I just can't believe it.
This is pretty funny. Josh hit us up and said that his would definitely be a soft jazz band. It's Gray Smoothie. And I said, you know what? Mine actually would be really good with your band. Like we could go on tour together and even have one band. It would be Gray Smoothie and the Baby Blue Beans.
Aww.
Doesn't that sound like a band you'd go and check out?
I would pay money to see.
Like Folk Fest.
Mine is Leopard Banana Bread. Not a good band name. Sounds delicious, though.
Brand new episode of Unsung Heroes, where we give shout outs to people, places, and things that don't always get the attention they deserve.
Shout out to helicopters flying over your neighborhood, then immediately checking your local community Facebook page to see if anyone else knows what's going on. Because we're nosy.
Shout out to smokers who just got to smell like nature this weekend.
True. After it rained, I was like, everything smells like a soggy cigarette.
Yeah, so smokers are like, yeah, I'm an outdoorsy type.
Shout out to people heading back to the office, but their feet don't fit in their closed toe shoes anymore.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, so they just rock Skechers. Well, that's the thing, is if you haven't worn your pointy-heeled heels...
Your feet go wide.
Or your fancy footwear, yeah, your feet are not ready for it. You don't have the calluses anymore. It's hard.
Rough. Shout out to dual Canadian-American citizen Alex Morgan, who chose to play soccer for the U.S. women's team instead of Canada because she wanted to win a gold medal.
Oh, no. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Shout out to whenever you're mad at your roommates or your partner or your kids, so you just flush the toilet when they're in the shower.
Shout out to my messy car being proof that I'm a good person.
Why are you a good person?
Because I
you have a
don't
messy
litter.
Car.
I don't litter.
Oh, good for you.
Proof.
The only thing that motivates me to fill my gas tank is when, like, I'm turning corners and everything is slamming against the wall of the car in the back seat.
Probably time to hit a garbage
It's
can.
probably time to do the walk of shame. Mm-hmm. From my vehicle to the garbage bin at the gas station. Shout out to watering your garden every day all summer until August 1st hits, and then you're like, I don't care anymore. They're all going to die. But now they're all blooming when you stop paying attention to them?
True.
Why? What is happening?
Well, it's not 49 degrees anymore, right?
Yeah.
They're thriving.
Yeah.
And finally, shout out to Darnell Nurse of the Edmonton Oilers, who, because of Jason Kenney, is the only nurse in the province who is getting a pay increase this year.
Oof.
Well, thanks, Jason.
Play 107.
You got a pretty big phone bill over the weekend.
Yeah, $502.
What the hell did you do?
I don't know. 2 years ago, I went in. I needed a new phone. I didn't know much about it, and they just sewered me. It's called the Bring It Back program. It's been 2 years. I didn't bring it back on the date I was supposed to, so now I have to pay $350 to keep this phone, or I have to buy a new one. Like, what? Who?
And you were paying like $150 a month for your phone, but it was the worst plan ever.
Yeah, and I had like no data. I would run out of data every month to the point where my friends group knew to not try and contact me in the last week of every month.
It's insane.
The text messages wouldn't go through if I was out and about unless I was in Wi-Fi. They couldn't get a hold of me. So it's been hell.
It really feels like something that should be a bit more uniform. Like, it feels like $100 is what you, or $75 is what you pay. But they can really, like you said, sewer you if you go in and get the wrong deal for what you use your phone for.
Well, I'm in there and I don't pay attention to detail. I get impatient. So I think I'm an easy target.
Oh,
I'm like,
for sure. You
give
think?
me something. I feel like if I'm kind enough, they'll be nice and give me a good deal. No. They didn't.
And the worst part is, it's like a Nokia flip phone. No.
It's not. So we wanted to know if anyone else has had a ridiculous bill as of late. I saw a tweet from a woman in Alberta, and her tweet went viral. She wrote in all caps, "My EPCOR bill is $764. What the heck, Alberta? What's going on?" And then all the comments, all the replies are other people comparing how different their bill has been as of late.
Well, this is why every time the door was open and the AC was on, I yelled about it.
Yeah, my dad was the same way growing up.
Close, if you want the AC, you gotta close the door.
If I was in the basement watching television and I came upstairs to get a drink or a snack, my dad would yell at us.
For leaving the TV on?
TV and the light on downstairs. I'm like, Dad, I'm going right back down. Kirsten texted into our show saying, "I feel your dad, Lisa, but to be fair, my dad is worse. Now that my parents live alone, He and my mom literally sit in the dark. When my mom comes over, she will never turn the lights on in our home. It's exhaustingly annoying. They even eat their dinner in the dark.
What? That's ridiculous. This is the new Clubhouse leader. The text says, I worked at a cell phone store and once saw this bill roughly 10 years ago. Total megabytes usage, 9,380,000.
No.
The total bill was $180,198. But there was a $33 discount.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
So thank God for that. I don't know what I'm going to do today, Lise.
About what?
I'm having a bit of a predicament. Well, I've been watching the summer games like non-stop. And now I have to go back to just like regular daytime TV. It's not good.
Is there a Blue Jays game on?
No, I don't even think they play today.
Maybe you could get into... Is Passion still on daytime television? Young and the Restless? I know our boss is a big fan.
He is,
Maybe
yeah.
you guys could bond over which characters you like or which ones died and came back to life that you were pumped about.
Like, I feel like a lot of the game shows that used to be on, without the fans, it's not nearly as exciting. Like
what could you
Price is
watch?
Right is pretty boring.
I'm just trying to think. Oh, Kelly Clarkson's daytime television show.
I refuse.
Why?
She sings too much. I know she's a good singer. She's one of the world's best singers.
Yeah, it's like a free concert every single day of the week.
But like, she'll even have guests on that are great singers, and she'll be like, all right, now time for a performance. And it's just her again. No thanks. We are joined by Yauska, the owner of Gabriella Cruz. Is it true you guys are doing boudoir photo shoots?
Yes, it's so true. We're actually just launched an extension to GCP. It's called Knox Men, and it's where we specialize in male portraits, boudoir or doudoir, and then, male photography. The whole reason why we started this is because we just started getting a lot more inquiries about men wanting to do these type of sessions. And usually when they call in, they're so nervous and they don't know how to ask it. And then we're like, you want a boudoir session for you or as a couple? And they're like, no, for me. And yeah, it's for my wife. She's been asking me about it for so long, so I kind of really want to do it. But then we've also had, men who've wanted to do it as a celebration to their weight loss journey or a fitness competition. And then we've also have had men who just want to do it to help build that confidence.
Yeah. Well, in the world of social media, it's pretty nice to have some awesome pictures of you to post every once in a while as well.
Exactly. Or you don't have to post it. It could be just for you, but yes.
All right. So, Yauska, how can men book their boudoir session?
Yeah, so they can go to our website at noxboudoir.com. That's NOX boudoir.com. And then they can just inquire online from there.
Awesome. And we actually have a code that they can use, Play107, and they can receive a free calendar that's featuring their photo shoot. Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
So if I was to get this done, instead of, if I didn't really feel like holding flowers resonated with me, could I maybe have, fireworks in a gas can?
You can do whatever you want.
Okay, good to know.
It's anything that resonates with you for sure. If you don't want to do a full-on boudoir where you're in your underwear or not wearing anything, you don't have to. It could be something in just a suit or whatever that you resonate with.
All right. So where can people check out the work that you've created already? Your Instagram handle and your website. Yeah,
so our website is, again, noxboudoir.com, and our Instagram is nox.men.
Ryder and Lisa.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai.
Play 107.